Mr. Chair.
Yes, Congressman Flores.
Mr. Chair, as extensively discussed by Congressman Luistro, stating the grounds why we are in the right as far as our request for him to submit these documents and his continued refusal to submit these documents to this Quad Committee, Mr. Chair. I move, Mr. Chair, that we hold Harry Roque in contempt, Attorney Harry Roque in contempt for refusing to submit the documents subject of the subpoena duces tecum, and of which he has manifested that he was going to submit to this committee, Mr. Chair. I so move, Mr. Chair.
There is a motion to cite Attorney Harry Roque in contempt, and this was duly seconded. Are there any objections? Hearing none, the motion is carried. Now, just for clarification, we are citing Attorney Harry Roque in violation of Section 11,
D.
Paragraph D.
Paragraph D, Mr. Chair, for refusing to comply with the subpoena, duces tecum, and to submit the documents we requested of him, Mr. Chair. Now, Mr. Chair, in addition, Mr. Chair, I move that we hold Harry Roque in detention for the period of until he submits the documents or until the Quad Committee is dissolved, Mr. Chair.
There is a motion to detain Attorney Harry Roque as long as this committee conducts its hearing,
Mr. Chair.
and until we terminate,
Or until he submits the
or
documents.
until he
that we
submits
have
the
asked.
documents required of him.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
And this was duly seconded. Are there any objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved. Congressman
Mr. Chair.
Abante.
Mr. Chair, in addition to what Congresswoman Luistro said, ito pong si Harry Roque is actually a person with a two-faced attitude. This representation recognizes that we have a full plate and that we need to hear the testimonies of resource persons who have been invited to our hearing today. But I feel compelled to raise a matter that I believe should be addressed by this honorable body. Isa sa mga iniimbita natin sa ating inquiry, si Atty. Harry Roque. Hindi lang po siya dating presidential spokesperson, he is also a former colleague of ours in the House of Representatives. At dahilan dito, we were very kind to him. In fact, our senior deputy speaker even asked him only to be detained for 1 day, of which he even questioned that, Mr. Chair. So in the course of our hearings, Atty. Roque was cited in contempt on August 22 for being untruthful about the circumstances surrounding his absence during our August 16 hearing. After being detained and after apologizing to the members of the House, Atty. Roque then went on Facebook and posted, and I quote, "In my view, the contempt ruling smacks of abuse of power and political harassment against an anti-Marcos Jr. critic like me," end of quote. Ay napaka-doble cara naman pala ni Atty. Harry Roque, Mr. Chair. I find this disturbing because if I remember correctly, Atty. Roque was asked if he recognizes the power of the House to hold him in contempt. And he said yes. But the moment he was no longer in our presence, Mr. Chair, he went out and publicly questioned the contempt ruling and accused us of abusing this power. I believe that we cannot countenance such behavior, Mr. Chair. Naging mabait pa tayo sa kanya. I even asked if the Quad Committee would hold in abeyance the contempt charge, just because we were actually kind to him. So this manifestation is being spoken today to inquire if the statements made by Atty. Roque outside our hearings should be grounds to hold him also in contempt, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congressman Abante. Yes, I believe we can defer discussion on that particular manifestation at the moment because we have just cited Attorney Harry Roque in contempt for violating Section 11 of our Rules of Procedure governing inquiries in aid of legislation, which states that failure to submit subpoenaed documents before the committee is a ground to cite him in contempt. So for the meantime, since there was already a motion that was approved unanimously by the body, another motion is also improper, is appropriate, and to where he will be detained. Is there any motion?
Mr. Chair, I submit to the motion of Congressman Flores, no? And I would want to make a motion that Atty. Roque should be detained in the women's correction. Women's correction. Hindi po. Doon na lang sa bikutan natin. Mr. Chair, sorry po sa pagkakamali.
So is that a motion, Congressman Abante? Or Congressman Kit?
Mr. Chair, in deference to Attorney Roque being a former member of this House, Mr. Chair, I move that he be detained in the House premises, Mr. Chair.
The motion. Okay, there is a motion to detain him, detain Attorney Harry Roque at the House of Representatives Detention Facility. And this was duly seconded. Any objection? No objection. The motion is approved.
Mr. Chair, very quick. Mr. Chair.
Okay, just please make this very, very quick because the topic today is EJK.
Mr. Chair,
So
just for
after-
the sake of giving due course to this omnibus motion and compliance, particularly with respect to the motion to quash, I respectfully move that we disregard the motion to quash on the ground of being moot and academic.
Yes, as stated earlier by Congresswoman Jinky Luistro, we will stand by our previous decision of denying his motion to quash. And again, reiterated